Today is a Thursday and we are off to our first homeschool group catch up for the term. We are out and about today. It's not actually a planned activity. We're going out to a local splash park to just catch up. Mums get to chat, kids get to play. It should be fun. That means there's also lots of sitting around. I don't do sitting around. So let's pack my bag. I have my backpack still here from Threadbow that I haven't unpacked, aside from taking my sock knitting, and I think I took a couple of things out, but for the most part, it's still here. So let's get it packed for a day out, and you guys can come along for the fun and see what I get made today at homeschool group. So let's take a look at what is still in here. Tissues, helpful. My little travel book. This is my journal that I use when I'm traveling these days. So these ones are like forever ago. This is from this is what I've actually been looking for, because this is the World Science Festival 2023, where we actually went to a talk with Artemis, and it was so cool. So they talked about the Artemis 2 mission. They talked about geology on the moon. They talked about, their plans to land on the moon. So this was super fun to have been at that talk and to have watched the Artemis mission most recently. So we went to a few different talks, and I did like notes here from our 2024 road trip, our 2025 road trip. So I took it with me to Threadbow and I did nothing. I haven't done anything since Eromanga. We were too busy having fun to do anything. So that can go up into my journal thing. Masks. They've lived in there since like literally 2020, and I just keep them just because you never know when you're out in the big smoke when you might need them. So I'm just going to put my tissues and my mask back in there. I don't think I've got anything up the top. Oh, hey. Cool. Leftover road snacks. Yeah, that's just like my general, I've got some splinter probes and some band-aids and a pen and just little bits and pieces that I need along the way. Then the other thing I do want to get out of here is, turn it to the side. This is why I use this backpack. It is a low pro slingshot, and so it's only got the one strap. It's a crossbody bag, so I can swing it around, and this comes to the top so I can pull out my camera. However, I'm not going to take this camera today, so I'm going to take it out. That's my main camera, which is the Nikon D850 with a 24-70 lens attached, which is kind of just like my go-to combo. Super heavy, but super awesome. But I'm going to take that out today because in my trolley, I have had my film camera. So this is a Nikon F55, which I bought specifically because I can use my existing lenses on it. I picked it up on eBay. I feel like I paid maybe $30 for body only in, gosh, it'd be a million years ago now, maybe 2014. So I don't know if you can get them quite so cheap these days. I have my little nifty 50, a 50mm 1.8 lens on there, and I have 6 frames left of its Mr. Negative black market. So it's just a black and white film. I'm going to take that today and try and get that film finished off, because I have a stack of film I want to send off for processing. So that actually fits in there so much easier than my big camera. Just for comparison's sake, that's the camera I'm taking today. That's my main camera that doesn't even fit on screen. So yeah, a lot lighter. It's a lot better travel camera. And once I've done that, I think I'm going to put some Kodak Portra in it, because that's my favorite color film. So I'm going to pop that in the camera slot. So we'll close that up. So with my camera sorted, then in the top, I am going to put in my travel project, which is these socks I've been knitting for a while. And I try not to work on them at home because they're just such a good travel project, because it's such a simple pattern, and I've already turned the heel on it. So I'm hoping I might even get these up to the toe today. So I'm going to pack that as my sit around and work on project. So I pop that in. My water bottle, of course. So I'll grab that. So close that up. And then let's go make a cup of tea to take with and see what adventures we can find.
find socks are really handy for things like this, where we can just come and sit, and that's why I like this particular pattern, because most of it is just knit. Yeah, I can just sit and chat. I don't have to pay too much attention to it. Yes.
Like soft lane specifically.
Yes. Yeah. So, because if it's pure wool, they tend to get holes in them quite easily. Whereas, yeah.
And we wrapped up by treating ourselves to a little sausage roll from the bakery for lunch. Thanks for joining me for today's little outing. I'll be back tomorrow with another video.